It's morphin time. Pterodactyl.
Hi there, this is Tata with Bringers of Wrestling, bringing you the It's Wrestling Time post show, and tonight we'll be reviewing Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling kicking off with Tasha Steelz versus Chelsea Green, and Mickey James was on commentary. D'Lo Brown still MIA because he was attacked by the Ring of Honor 5 last week. Alrighty then, so when this match kicked off, Chelsea Green immediately went for the drop kick. And in the middle of the match, Tasha Steelz had turned her attention to Mickie James, but Mickie James telling her she needs to focus on her match. And then, I personally thought this was a good match. There was a lot of back and forth between both ladies. And of course, in the end, it was a crucifix bomb to Chelsea Green that allowed Tasha Steelz to be victorious in this match. And Tasha Steelz is just on a roll after winning that Ultimate X match. So then she cuts a promo saying that another one bites the dust. And she calls out Mickie James, who is sitting on commentary, and congratulates her. She says that she's glad Mickie James is done playing with Barbie dolls. Because when they finally meet, Tasha's going to send her back to NWA as a failure, back to her son as a failure, and that really triggered Mickie. She did not like that at all. She was about to step to stop Tasha, but Savannah Evans stood in her path, and then Tasha told her, just let her pass. Just let her pass. A brawl broke out between both of them. But before Mickie James could inflict any more damage onto Tasha Steelz, Savannah Evans got involved, and then Chelsea Green got involved as well. And so Mickie James and Chelsea Green drove Tasha Steelz and Maria Savannah Evans away. What a great way to kick off Impact. That was a great way. I like that. And then we continued with, after this, we got a Matt Cardona segment. He said that he came to Impact to win the world title, but that there are plenty of other championships for him to go after. He decides to go after the digital media championship, and why not? It makes perfect sense, you guys. 11 years ago, Zack Ryder had the whole internet championship thing, so it makes perfect sense. So I actually would like to see Matt Cardona go after the digital media championship, and I would like to see a match against him and Jordan Grace. I think that'd be a really interesting match. So then after this, we get more knockouts action. It's the knockouts tag match. It's Decay versus the Influence. Caleb with the K caused an immediate distraction, which allowed the Influence to take control of the match. Even before the match started, they took out Rosemary, who needed medical attention, so she got sent to the back. And she was encouraging Havoc to go at it alone, and which Havoc did. Havoc went at it alone. I have to say, Madison Rayne and Tenille Dashwood did a good job of isolating Havoc. This was basically a 2-on-1 handicap match. She tried, poor Havoc tried her best, but she could not overcome the teamwork of Madison Rayne and Tenille Dashwood, which allowed the Influence to pick up the victory. At the end, we got a video message of the Inspiration, which they made some key points. They said that they were impressed with the 2-on-1 handicap match number 1, and asked how well does the Influence really know each other. She asked that how can Tenille trust a tag team partner that retires every year, and they said that Tenille is selfish and makes things all about her, and that they're the standard, they're the blueprint for tag team. Well, they didn't actually say that, but they said something along those lines. So they basically accused the Influence of copying them, which, if you think about it, the Inspiration makes a great point. They are the original female tag team. And then we get a vignette. It was a Quintessential Diva vignette airs, and I'm curious to see who this means. I can't quite put my finger on it. What do you guys think this vignette is for? I don't know. Could it be someone that's released? I'm trying to think who's it goes by Diva. I don't know any of. It's interesting. All it really was like some music and like little lights and stuff. So definitely think that That would be interesting to see who it is. So then after this, we get a segment with Speedball Mike Bailey, who is in the locker room, and then he gets joined by Ace Austin and Mad Fulton. He says that he knows that the locker room can be quite lonely and invites him to his locker room and says that it's, he needs to know who to make friends with, essentially, and he gives him a card, the card that Ace Austin always gives out. So I'm actually intrigued by this because if you guys watched Impact last week, Ace Austin was on commentary during my Speedball Mike Bailey's match against Jake something. So even he himself seemed impressed by Speedball Mike Bailey. I think a match between them would be amazing. I think even better as a tag team, they would be a really great tag team with Mad Fullerton as their bodyguard. I think that'd be a great tag team. But I'm curious to see where that goes. Are we gonna get a potential tag team between the two? Is Ace Austin tricking Speedball Mike Bailey, and we're really gonna get a match between them? Yeah, I guess we gotta wait and see. Speaking of handicap matches, though, we get the 2-on-1 handicap match. It's the Learning Tree, VSK, and Ziggy Dice versus W. Morrissey. I mean, come on now. Do we really think the Learning Tree stood a chance? This was a quick squash match. I mean, W. Morrissey knocked down the Learning Tree immediately. Brian Ayers was on commentary. He was hilarious, saying that he taught VSK and Ziggy Dice how to get out of maneuvers. He said they were watching Andre the Giant, the Great Khali, all these big guys' videos in preparation for this match. So they were able to get out of a double choke slam, and W. Morrissey at the end was victorious. So what more can you say about this? I saw that coming a mile away. I think we all did. Still a good match, though. Pretty hilarious when you think about it. Then W. Morrissey cuts a promo at the end saying that he's not going to stop until Moose gives him a title shot. And if Moose doesn't want to come out, he's going to go find him. So he goes to the back. Demore tells Morrissey that he'll get his title shot at No Surrender, but the Moose is not here tonight. So I'm so excited for No Surrender. It's going to be W. Morrissey versus Moose for the Impact World title. Wow, that's going to be a battle. That's a battle of the giants, honestly, when you think about it. So then after this, Scott Demore is told that there's, something going on on the outside. So he goes to check it out, and it's OGK, Vincent, PCO. They're trying to get inside the show. They got a ticket. They're being called the Ring of Honor 5. I'm not sure if that's the official stable name because they did call them the Ring of Honor 5 plenty of times throughout the night. So it's curious to see what the official stable name is. But basically, the gist of this segment was that Demore said that they do have an open door policy and that they're going to be up in the skybox watching the Ring of Honor World title match. They're here to support Jonathan. That's fine. They are even given bottle service on behalf of Scott Demore. So they have security being watched, and basically after the match is over, they have to leave. But as we saw, they're up to no good. After this segment, we get the Ring of Honor World title match. It's Steve Macklin versus Jonathan Gresham. The title match is going to be defended under Ring of Pure Honor rules. And just to recap the Pure rules, they are: every match begins and ends with the Code of Honor handshake. Each wrestler has 3 rope breaks to stop submission holds and pinfalls. After a wrestler exhausts his rope breaks, submission and pin attempts on or under the ropes by his opponent are legal. Closed fit punches to the face are not permitted, and the use of a closed fist will get a warning. The second will be a disqualification. There will be a 20 count when a wrestler is on the floor. So, this match, hands down, this match and the main event, my 2 favorite matches of the night. This was an intense, hard-hitting match. I kid you not. You need to see this match, people. You really do. So you know how there's supposed to be a handshake. Do you guys think Steve Macklin shook Jonathan Gresham's hand? No, he did not. He refused to shake Jonathan Gresham's hand. Okay, so very early on, Steve Macklin uses the first rope break. Then Jonathan Gresham uses his. And and then the second rope break, again, Macklin uses the second rope break. He hits Jonathan Gresham with a closed fist and he gets a warning. So, in the middle of the match, once again, Jonathan Gresham uses the second rope break to break Macklin's hold on him. And he uses a final rope break to once again break Macklin's hold. Like, this match, you really need to see this match. Seriously, people. And then after that, when he tries to break out of Macklin's submission, again, he has to break it out on his own. And then he kicked Steve Macklin in the face. Ouch, that looked like it hurt. So there was this interesting part where Steve Macklin put Jonathan Gresham like over the ropes, like with his feet on the ropes and his head kind of towards his ring, and he hit him in the midsection. That looked like it hurt. And so Steve Macklin, after that, uses his third rope break to escape Gresham's hold, the figure four. No, my bad. I lied. It wasn't the figure four. And then Macklin's knee gives out as he was going for mayhem for all. So when Gresham puts Macklin in the figure four, they start hitting each other, and that still is not enough to break the hold. And now here's the interesting part: is how Jonathan Gresham won. So Macklin had grabbed the bottom rope, but there was no more rope breaks because they exhausted all the rope breaks. He's trying to use a rope break, I guess, to alleviate the pain. Gresham also pulled on the ropes. And he ended up he used the ropes to pin Macklin. Like, he had him in the submission hold and he was holding onto the ropes, and that's how he pinned Macklin. That's how he pinned him. So it's twice now that he's been pinned, twice. And then at the end, Macklin still refused to shake Jonathan Gresham's hand. He just walked away smiling. And then the Ring of Honor 5 supposedly leave after the match. Supposedly. So after that, we get the Doc Gallows and Joe Dorian versus Heath and Rhino. Honestly, I'm not going to talk too much about this match. There's really nothing to it. Gallows and Joe Dorian end up winning. I'm over this feud. I'm tired of this feud. This is the one thing I'm sick and tired about. They keep regurgitating this feud, and it's like one way or the other. We need to move on from this feud, and I'm hoping now that the Goddess of Destiny are going to be at the next set of tapings, we can finally move on from this feud. I feel like they've been stalling for that, and we just got to move on from this feud. I'm tired of this feud. I'm tired of it. I don't want to see another form of Heath and Rhino and the Good Brothers and Rhino by Design next week. I do not need to see another match between them. I'm tired of this feud. And I feel like this makes Impact's tag team division their weakest point of the show. I'm just tired of it. So in the main event, it was Charlie Haas versus Josh Alexander. Wow. This match started off with a lot of mat-based wrestling between both men. They hit each other with so many German suplexes. I think a total of, let me see, Josh had hit 2 suplexes to Charlie Haas. Then Haas turned around, gave Josh Alexander 2 German suplexes, and then Josh Alexander gave him another German suplex. So a total of 3. So, Charlie Haas focused on Josh Alexander's leg. This match was like, Charlie Haas still has it, man. For a man his age, he still got it. And this match proved it. Of course, Josh Alexander won by submission. So Josh Alexander is on a roll. He's not joking around. He wants a shot at Moose. And he was going to get it. So then after this, Josh and Charlie Haas shake hands and they hug before they're attacked by the Ring of Honor 5. Chris Sabin, who was on commentary, comes out. Heath, Rhino, Rich Swann, Willie Mack all come down to help. Then Eddie Edwards comes out with Kenny, his kendo stick. And at the end of the day, the Impact wrestlers are standing tall. And then, the Ring of Honor 5 go back up to the skybox. And Maria asks, do you believe? Because she used to believe. They used to all believe in honor and playing by the rules and doing what is right. And they believed honor is real. But that all changed. And that change is upon us. And that now this is honor no more. So I'm assuming that might be the official stable name. I'm not entirely sure. But dang. Aside from the men's tag match, insane show, very good show. Like I've always said, you people gotta stop sleeping on Impact Wrestling. You guys seriously need to check it out. I give this a 4 out of 5 only for that tag match. I'm tired of that tag match. If it wasn't for that, I'd give it a perfect 5 out of 5. And as out of 10, 8 out of 10. Again, that tag match, we've got to move on from that feud. We've got to move on. But that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. The people need sleep. Steve Callahan. All right, and I'll see you guys tomorrow after AEW Rampage. Bye.